Okay, now we'll look at DBE November 2022 exam question. So this is a question 2 which is based on Newton's laws of motion. Okay, crate P, which is this one, of mass 1.25 kg is connected to another crate, which is crate Q, which has a mass of 2 kg by a light inextensible string. Then the two crates are placed on a rough horizontal surface, meaning that there is friction. A constant force F of magnitude 7.5 newtons acting at an angle theta to the horizontal is applied to crate Q as shown in the diagram. And we are told that the two crates accelerate at 0.1 meters per second squared to the right. Crate P experiences a frictional force of 1.8, meaning here we have the frictional force of 1.8 newtons. That is crate P. And then Q experienced 2.2, so we have the frictional force there of 2.2 newtons. Okay, question number 2.1. It says state Newton's second law of motion in weights. So when you state that when a resultant force acts on an object, the object will accelerate in the direction of the force. The acceleration is directly proportional to the resultant force and inversely proportional to the mass of the object. So that is Newton's second law. And question number 2.2, draw a labeled free body diagram for crate P. So for this crate. Okay. So we're going to represent crate P with a dot. Then there is the frictional force, tension force going to the right. There is the frictional force going to the left. Then we have the normal force because the crate is on the surface. And then you have the gravitational force Fg or W for weight. Okay, so that was for 4 marks. Then the next question, calculate the magnitude of the tension in the string. So question number 2.3. So we can use Newton's second law on crate P. So we'll say F net is equal to MA. F net for crate P, we're choosing right as positive, meaning that we're going to have T minus the frictional force equal to MA. So it's T minus the frictional force is equal to MA. We're doing only the horizontal forces because this object is going horizontally to the right. Okay. Tension is unknown. Friction is 1.8 is equal to the mass is 1.25 multiplied by the acceleration is given as 0.1. So T is equal to 1.25 times 0.1. We transpose the 1.8 become positive 1.8. Therefore, the tension will be 1.93 newtons. Okay, we don't need to give the direction because I just wanted the magnitude. And then last question is asking for the magnitude of angle theta. And we know that theta is the angle between the horizontal and the applied force of 7.5 Newton acting on crate Q. So we're going to apply the Newton's second law on crate Q. So 2.3.2. So it's F net is equal to MA. Okay. So F net, if we choose right as positive, we know that we have Fx. We have the frictional force going to the left, then we have the tension also going to the left. So Fx is going to the right, then we have minus the frictional force minus the tension equal to MA. And Fx is, remember Fx is F cos theta. So here it's going to be, the F is given as 7.5 cos theta minus the frictional force is the 2.2 minus the tension force, which you've calculated to be 1.93. 1.93 is equal to, the mass is 2, then the acceleration is, we've calculated, no, we have not calculated, but we're given it as 0.1. 0.1. So if you transpose everything, 7.5 cos theta 2 times 0.1 plus 2.2 plus 1.93. Then you divide all of them by 7.5, 7.5. So we have cos theta is equal to, then you just put all of that on the calculator, and then that will give us 0.57733 and so on. Therefore, angle theta equal to shift cos of the 0.57733. And therefore, you're going to say a shift and then cos of the answer, and that gives us 54.74. So it's 54.74 degrees. Okay, so we got our angle theta. So that's the end of that question.